Hello again, vinyl community. This is Matt, and today I want to just show you a few records that I just picked up. It was kind of cool. It was my birthday a few days ago, and my wife got me a gift card to a record store, so that was really cool. Probably one of the best gifts she's given me, actually. And so today I went there with a friend of mine who's also kind of into vinyl, and we went to a few thrift stores as well, so that was fun. And yeah, I picked up a few records, a couple of CDs, so let's take a quick look. Okay, first of all, the best of Snap. That's what's playing right now, actually. Snap, of course, were kind of a cult early dance act, I guess, if you want to call them that, in the 90s, in particular the early 90s. And you know, the songs like The Power, which is playing right now, and Rhythm as a Dancer, Exterminate, and Oops Up, and Mary Had a Little Boy, and various other tracks. I do have the Power album, and so I'll probably just end up, I don't know, giving that away maybe, because I don't really need that and the greatest hits. But yeah, I was kind of pleased to find this. This was in a thrift store, and I also picked up in the same thrift store. This is Electric Light Orchestra Out of the Blue. This is the 30th anniversary edition, steel sealed, never been opened. And I thought, wow, that's great. It was like $2, and I don't have this particular album on vinyl either. I have a New World Record on vinyl, but not this. So I thought this was kind of neat, you know. It's not every day you find an ELO CD that's still in the shrink. Okay, next up, I got a few singles. These came from a different thrift store. Just 3 of them right here. Start off, we have Walter Egan, Magnet and Steel. I'm not sure if he was a one-hit wonder. This song was a top 10 hit in the US in 1978. It's like a soft rock song. And I didn't think I knew it, actually. Before I bought it, I looked it up on Wikipedia because it rang a bell, but I couldn't remember it. And then later on, when I got home, having decided to buy it, I got home and put this on YouTube, and I thought, okay, yeah, I have heard this. I've heard it on the 70s channel on XM satellite radio. Next up, we have Sky Pilot by Eric Burden and the Animals. I'm not too familiar with this song, to be absolutely honest with you. I think I know the name, and I suspect it's going to be one of those songs that when I put it on, I'll recognize it. But again, same thrift store. It was $2, but they had a sale on. It was 50% off, so it was only $1. $2 is kind of expensive for 45. And then finally, we have I Miss You by Climax. Climax were like a girl pop band in the 80s. Not very big in the UK, but they did have a number of hits in the US. I think I might have one of their other singles, I'm not too sure. But this was one of the biggest hits. It was a top 10 in the US in 1984, I think. Yeah, well, 84 or 85, I'm not sure. It's got both dates on the single. So those were $3 for those 3. Okay, next up, we went to the record store where I had the gift card for, and I got several records. And what was neat, I didn't even realize this until I was checking out, till I went up to the front counter to pay. But they had a sale on 15% off everything, regardless of what it was. Everything except, unless you know, if you were buying a gift card or something. And so I was actually able to get an extra record, more than I thought I was going to. I had $50 that I could use on the gift card. So let's start off. Oasis, What's the Story, Morning Glory. I mentioned in, I think it was my last video, that I was thinking about getting this. It was $30, but again, I had the gift card, so why not? It's remastered double heavyweight vinyl, so it's going to be 180 grams. And, you know, what can you say? I mean, it's certainly one of the best albums of the 90s. I do have it already on CD, but I wanted it on vinyl. And, you know, everything from Wonderwall and Don't Look Back in Anger, Roll With It, Champagne Supernova, some might say it was a #1 hit too. She's Electric's a terrific song. And yeah, again, just one of the best albums of the 90s, one of the best Britpop albums ever made. I think you'll find some debate probably about whether this is better or Definitely Maybe is a better album. I do like Definitely Maybe a lot. It's a terrific album. I always slightly preferred What's the Story, Morning Glory. So yeah, I was really pleased to have that. The album I really wanted to get was Pulp, different class, but they did have a couple of Pulp LPs, but they didn't have that one. So, as I wanted to get Oasis anyway, I figured I'll take the opportunity now while I have the gift card to just go ahead and get it. Next up we have Peter Gabriel. So, this is another one that I do have on CD. I did not have it on vinyl. This was $12. And, yeah, great album. You know, Sledgehammer, Red Rain, In Your Eyes, Don't Give Up, which is just pretty moving, you know, excellent track with duet with Kate Bush. And yeah, $12. I was pretty pleased with that. Next up we have Queen, The Miracle. This was also $12, and I've forgotten to take the price tag off. Somewhat surprisingly, this is $12.16, which means it's been sat at the record store since December, which is a little bit surprising to me. I thought $12 was reasonable for this. Looks to be in pretty nice condition. Of course, the big hit that was on this was I Want It All, but it also has one of my favorite Queen songs, which is Breakthrough, and another excellent Queen song in The Invisible Man. And they did have a couple of other Queen albums, but this is the one I wanted to get. Okay, next up we have Let There Be Music by Orleans. Orleans, of course, a soft rock band that were big-ish primarily in the mid-70s, although they were around in the very early 70s and even into the 80s. This was just $2. It was in the bargain section, and I picked it up because I knew that there was one hit on here. It turns out there's actually two, but Dance With Me was a big, like #6 US hit in like 1970, let's see, 75, I guess. That's when the album came out. It's still in the shrink for the most part. There's a little bit coming off here, but, and yeah, for $1.99, I do not have any other Orleans album, so I thought, what the heck. And then finally we have the best of Herman's Hermits. Now I do have another Herman's Hermits album, another greatest hits album, which actually I'll get that out right now. Okay, right here. Now this is actually Herman's Hermits greatest hits. This is a double album. The problem is that both records are horribly warped. They do still play, I think, without skipping, although I haven't played them all the way through. But I mean, you can see. Let me show you how badly warped these are. I mean, you'll be able to see pretty easily. And if you can tell, if we like look at it sideways on, and plus I can do this. Yeah, it's not good. I got this album, the warped one, very early on when I was getting back into vinyl. Before I knew to check for scratches, but I didn't know to check to see how level the record was. And didn't even occur to me. It had never been a problem until I got this album. Luckily, it was cheap. It was $1. I got it at a record store out near Joshua Tree that I have been back to since. And yeah, it was. They had like a dollar section, so it's not like I was out a whole ton of money. And I was kind of bummed when I realized how warped it was. Both records are warped. But it did still play, but it's always bugged me. I thought one day I'm going to get rid of that. So even though this doesn't cover all of the tracks, like this is an early best of from 1965, so it does have I'm Into Something Good, and it does have I'm Henry VIII I Am, but it doesn't have some of the other songs, like, let me see. I have a quick look at the track listing on the warped one. Oh, No Milk Today. And A Must to Avoid. I guess those are probably the big... Oh, and there's a Kind of Hush. So it doesn't have any of those, but I'm okay with that. I mean, the song I really wanted it for was I'm Into Something Good. Classic 60s song, of course. And it's, interestingly, still has a hype sticker on it, which It doesn't. It's not in the shrink, but it was kind of crazy to me that it still had a hype sticker in such good condition from the mid '60s. So I was pretty pleased with that little haul. No kind of amazing bargains or anything. Of course, most of these came from the record store, so I'm not expecting to find some hidden treasure. I mean, they know what the stuff is worth, right? I did consider getting Eagles Desperado. In fact, I even had it in my hand and I put it back. It was the same price as the Peter Gabriel and Queen albums. It was $11.99, which I thought was, that's right on the money. It's pretty much full retail for that album. And I'm in a retail store, so I guess I do expect to pay that. But I kind of, I don't know. It's the only Eagles album that I don't have, but I just thought, I don't think so, because there's actually a guy on eBay that I bought records from before, and I know I can get that album for $7.99 if I want, if he still has it. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll do that at some point. So yeah, that was all the albums. Not a bad little lot. Really pleased to finally get the Oasis album on vinyl. That was great, and pleased to get Peter Gabriel finally too. And I haven't played these yet because I haven't cleaned them. I will probably clean the Oasis album, even though it's brand new, before I play it, just because, I'll check it. It depends if it's like virgin vinyl or not. It depends on how much dust it's picked up. But yeah, thanks guys, as always, for watching. I have plenty of plans for more videos coming up, lots of different subjects to talk about. I still don't have the tuner. You can still see there's a gap right here. The tuner will be going there. It is on its way to me. I think it's supposed to arrive in a few days, like on Tuesday or Wednesday. So yeah, it's taking a long time. By the time I get it, it's going to be like 3 weeks since I bought it on eBay, which is a little bit of a wait, but I don't know. We'll see if it's worth it. We'll have another unboxing video for that, and hopefully it goes better than the last one, the last tuner. So thanks as always for watching, guys, and until next time, bye bye.